Hello everyone, welcome to AKN Sprint Education. Myself Naveen, I am the maths mentor. Children, welcome back to today's session. And today's session, let us discuss about pre-final examination question paper which was conducted in the month of May 2022. As we discussed previously, pre-final examination paper that is in the month of April 2022, and this is our second paper, May 2022. If we do these two question papers along with the problems, you will get easily 60 marks, children. Damn sure. If not, you catch my collar and ask me. I'm giving damn sure if you practice these two papers easily you'll get 60 marks. Okay? After watching this video, after examination, if you like, then subscribe. Otherwise, you don't subscribe. Okay, children? So let us go with question number 1. We know that we have first section 1. We have two sections. Group A, Group B. From Group A, we need to write 3 questions, as well as from Group B, we need to write 3 questions. Total 6 questions we need to write. Each question carries 2 marks, 6 to the 12. Okay. Now coming to question number 1. Let P of x equal to x square minus 5x plus 6. Then find the values of P of 2 and P of 3. What is the first question? Let P of x equal to x square minus 5x plus 6. Then find the value of P of 2, P of 3. This is the easiest question. Nothing but in the place of x, we need to substitute 2, right? So first let us find P of 2. In place of x 2, 2 square minus 5 into 2 plus 6. As 2 square, 2 into 2, 4. Minus 5 to the 10 plus 6. As 6 plus 4, 10 minus 10. So 10 minus 10, how much, children? 0. That is the value of P of 2. Now let us find the value of P of 3. In the place of x, we need to substitute 3. 3 square minus 5 into 3 plus 6. As 3 square, 9. 5 3 is 15 plus 6. So 9 plus 6, that implies 15 minus 15. So 15 minus 15, which is equal to 0. If you do like this, you will get easily 2 marks, children. Okay. After watching the video, when you are watching the video only, even you also try to do it. Okay. Until and unless if you won't practice, you can't attempt the questions. Man exams time lo asal paper paina mana pen kadaldu. That is, be careful, children. ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తేనే మనం అటెంప్ట్ చేయగలుగుతాం. ఏదో మ్యాథ్స్ చూసాము, వీడియో చూసేసాను, నాకు అన్ని వచ్చు అంటే జరగని పని అది. ఓకే చిల్డ్రన్, యూ మస్ట్ ప్రాక్టీస్. కమింగ్ టు సెకండ్ క్వశ్చన్. ఫైండ్ ద మిడ్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ ద లైన్ సెగ్మెంట్ జాయినింగ్ ద పాయింట్స్ 2, -5 and -2, 5. They are asking to find midpoint of line segment joining points. What is midpoint formula, children? Midpoint m of x, y equal to x1 plus x2 by 2, comma y1 plus y2 by 2. In between we have comma, children. We need to open the bracket and close the bracket. So some syntax will be that you have to follow. Bracket open cheyali, close cheyali. In between we need to put comma. Given line segment joining points are 2, -5 and -2, 5. So this is our x1 y1 and this is our x2 y2. Okay children. So as x1 value 2 and x2 value -2 by 2, comma y1 value -5 plus y2 value 5 by 2. So 2 plus -2, plus into minus, children. 2 minus 2, that implies 0 by 2. -5 plus 5, that implies 0 by 2. 0 by 2 is nothing but 0, 0. ఈ ప్రొసీజర్ లో చేస్తేనే నీకు మార్క్స్ వస్తాయి. ఓకే. Don't forget to write brackets. In between you need to put comma. Don't keep any other operation. Plus, minus. Don't keep like that. We need to put comma here. So midpoint is 0, 0. Okay children, if you do it this, you will get 2 marks. Now coming to third question, for what value of m for what value of m the pair of linear equations 2x plus ky equal to 5, 2x plus ky equal to 5, and second one 4x minus 2y equal to 10 has no solution. Has no solution. Children, what is the condition here? Condition is no solution. When you will get no solution, children? If the given pair of linear equations are parallel. If they are parallel, they will not intersect anywhere. You will not get any solution. Okay, children? No solution is nothing but given system of pair of linear equations are parallel lines. What is the condition for parallel? The condition for parallel is a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 is not equal to c1 by c2. What is a1, children? Here a1 value is 2 by a2 value 4 equal to b1 value k and b2 value minus 2. Students, are you confusing? This is a1, this is b1. So this is a1, a2, b1, b2, c1, c2. Okay. So if you transpose towards right hand side, it will become minus 5. If you transpose towards left hand side, it will become minus 10. Right? So let us equate this to 2 by 4 equal to k by minus 2. 2 1 ja, 2 2 ja. So cross multiplication 2 into k, 2k equal to 1 into minus 2 minus 2. So k equal to minus 2 by 2, 2 1 ja, 2 1 ja. So k equal to what, children? K value is minus 1. Okay, children, which is also one of the most important topic. This based on no solution, unique solution, okay, infinitely many solution. These three are we have conditions. You go with the textbook. We have table. Go through the table before going to exam. Easily you will get 2 marks or 4 marks. Next question, represent sets. Coming to fourth question, represent set A equal to 2 comma 3 comma 5 comma 7 and set B equal to 1 comma 3 comma 5 comma 7 in a Venn diagram. We need to represent in a Venn diagram, right? This is our A, children. This is our B. We need to put in rectangular box. This is universal set. The common elements are here 3, 5, 7. In A we have 2. In B we have 7. This is our set A. This is our set B. In this way we can represent set A 2 3 2 3 5 7, set B 1 3 5 7 in Venn diagram. Okay, children. Now coming to fifth question, comment on the nature of the roots of the quadratic equation. Comment on the nature of the roots of the quadratic equation 3x square minus 4 root 3x plus 4 equal to 0. Once again I am repeating the question. Understanding the question is important. You need to read the question twice or thrice. Then only you go with the answer. Comment on the nature of the roots of the quadratic equation. Nature of the roots of the quadratic equation. Nature of the roots of the quadratic equation means what we need to find? We need to find delta. We call it as discriminant. What is the formula for discriminant? B square minus 4ac. Children, what is the formula for discriminant? B square minus 4ac. Once if you compare the given quadratic equation with the standard form of the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, as the value of a is 3, b value minus 4 root 3, c value 4. Okay, what is the value of b, children? B value minus 4 root 3 whole square minus 4 into a value 3 and c value 4. As 4 square 16, square root cancel 3, 4 3 are 12, 12 4 are 48. So 16 3 are 48 minus 48. That implies what? 0. So what we got, children? As we got delta equal to 0. I mean if b square minus 4ac equal to 0, what is the nature of roots? Roots are equal, children. If you If you won't write this condition, I mean roots are equal, you will not get 1 mark. This is the most important point. You need to mention this. If b square minus 4ac value is equal to 0, then the given system of equation has equal roots, right? They have equal roots. Now coming to question number 6. Express 23 by 2 square into 5 over 3 in decimal form without actual division. So this is one of the most important topic which is there in chapter number 1, real numbers, last exercise 1.4, not logarithms, real numbers last exercise. Okay, express 23 by 2 square into 5 over 3 in decimal form. Children, you must observe the question carefully. We know that as the denominator which is in the form of 2 power n into 5 power m, 2 power n into 5 power m. We know that if denominator, I mean if q is in the form of 2 power n into 5 power m, it is a terminating decimal. It is a terminating decimal. See here, as the factors are 2 and 5, if I multiply 2 into 5, I'll get 10. If the denominator is 10, easily we can express it into the decimal form. If the denominator is 10, 100, 1000, దాన్ని మనం ఈజీగా డెసిమల్ ఫామ్ లోకి ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ చేయగలుగుతాం. అయితే బాగా అబ్జర్వ్ చేసినట్లయితే ఇక్కడ as 5 contains power 3, as 2 contains power 2, 2 power 2 is there, 5 power 3 is there. As 5's are 3 but 2 is repeated only twice. So what I want to do to make it as denominator, to make it as powers are equal, let me multiply into 2 power 1. Why I am multiplying here? Because 5 raised to the power 3. In power we have 3, but whereas here 2 raised to the power 2 is there. If bases are equal, power should be added. If in 2 power 2 into 2 power 1, why? Here bases are equal, then power should be added. 2 power 2 plus 1, it will become 2 power 3. Bases are equal, power should be added, right? When we are multiplying into 2 to the power of 1 to the denominator, at the same time we need to multiply to the numerator as well. Whatever manipulations we are doing to the denominator, the same thing we need to do for numerator as well as. So 2 power 1 is nothing but 2 only. So 23 into 2, 46. Why we got 46, children? 2 3 is 6, 2 2 is 4. Here now bases are equal, power should be added. 2 power 2 plus 1, 3 into 5 raised to the power 3. So this I can write as 46 by, again which is in the form of a power m into b power m. As powers are equal, then bases should be multiplied. 2 into 5 whole to the power of 3. So 46 by 2 into 5, that implies 10. 10 to the power of 3. As 10 to the power of 3 is nothing but 1000. 46 by 1000. So 46 by 1000 I can write as 0.046. So see, without doing actual division, we expressed 23 by 2 power 2 into 5 power 3 in decimal form. Therefore, the decimal form of 23 by 2 square into 5 power 3 is 0.046. Is it clear, children? This is our group A 6th question. Actually, we need to write only 3 questions, but I am explaining each and every problem. Now coming to group B, 7th question. A ladder 30 meter long reaches a window of building 24 meters above the ground. Ladder how many meters? 30 meter long, reaches a window of building 24 meters. This is our ladder, 30 meters long, reaches a window of building 24 meters above the ground. Determine the distance from the foot of the ladder to the foot of the building. This distance they are asking. Children, as per my opinion, applications of trigonometry gives us good score. Nothing. We need to read the question carefully, draw the diagram, apply the trigonometric function. Right? So here I need to apply which function, children? Here I need to apply which function? Determine the distance from the foot of the building. Right? So here we have hypotenuse. We have hypotenuse. The side opposite to right angle is called hypotenuse. And these are the other two sides. This is adjacent side and this is opposite side. You call it as. Okay. By using Pythagoras theorem, if I give the name to triangle ABC, so Pythagoras theorem is AC square equal to AB square plus BC square. As AC is 30 square and AB is 24 square plus BC is, I call it as D. So 30 square is 900, 24 square is 576 plus D square. 576 you transpose, 900 minus 576 equal to D square. 10 minus 6 4, 9 minus 7 2, 900 minus 576, 10 minus 6 4, 9 minus 7 2, 8 minus 5 3. That is equal to 324 equal to D square. Square you transpose, that implies square root of 324. Okay. Further, if you want to simplify, you simplify. Otherwise, you can write directly. Distance is 324. Square root of 324 meters. Okay, children. Simply we need to apply Pythagoras theorem. Right. Now coming to 8th question. If the arithmetic mean of 2, 3, 5, P, 4, 1 is P. Find the value of P. See how they are asking question. If the arithmetic mean of given data 2, 3, 5, P, 4, 1 is P. I mean your mean is P. Okay, children. So what is the formula for finding mean? Mean equal to sum of observations by number of observations. What is the formula to find the mean? Mean equal to sum of observations by number of observations. So given mean is P, sum of observations are nothing but 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3 plus 4 plus 1 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number of observations are 6. So 6 into P, 6P equal to 5, 10, 14 plus 1, 15 plus P. P you transpose, 6P minus P equal to 15. 6P minus P, 5P. As 5 1 ja, 5 3 ja. So what is the value of P children? As the value of P is 3. See, this you need to focus on this method of problems. Okay, not any toughest problem. The thing is we need to understand the question. Given the data is 2, 3, 5, P, 4, 1 and mean is given P. Okay, that is the reason I wrote in the place of mean P. Then we did cross multiplication. Okay, next question. Gauri said the probability of an event is 8 by 5. What Gauri said? The probability of an event is 8 by 5 it seems. Do you agree with him? Give reason. What do you mean by 8 by 5 children? When we do 8 divided by 5, 5 1 ja 5, 3, 5 6 ja 30. I mean we are getting how much? 1.6. As we know that always probability of an event always lies between 0 and 1. But as we are getting answer here 1.6. ఎప్పుడు కూడా ప్రాబబిలిటీ ఆన్సర్ ఎప్పుడు కూడా 0 కి 1 కి మధ్యలోనే ఉంటది. అయితే 0 వస్తది లేదంటే 1 వస్తది. అదర్వైజ్ ఇన్ బిట్వీన్ 0 and 1. కానీ ఇక్కడ గివెన్ ప్రాబబిలిటీ ఇస్ 8 by 5. 8 by 5 is nothing but 1.6. 1.6 అసలు పాసిబిలిటీ లేదు. So do you agree with him? No, I don't agree with him. And you need to write mention over there. Probability of an event is always lies between 0 and 1. That is the correct answer. Next question. Express cos theta in terms of sin theta. Which is the easiest one? Express cos theta in terms of sin theta. We know children, we have an identity sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. Right? Sin square theta if you transpose cos square theta equal to 1 minus sin square theta. So square if you transpose, it will become root. So cos theta is nothing but what? Root over 1 minus sin square theta. See, we express cos in terms of sin. So cos theta is nothing but what? Root over 1 minus sin square theta. So children, not only this problem, those who want to get 10 out of 10, students focus on this topic. Focus on this topic. Okay children? Yes. Now coming to question number 11. A boy observes the top of a tower at an angle of elevation 45 degrees. One boy is there. He observes top of a tower. This is the tower. This is the top of the tower and this is the bottom of the tower. He observes top of a tower at an angle of elevation 45 degrees. Once again I am repeating the statement. A boy observes top of a tower at an angle of elevation 45 degrees from a point which is 10 meters distance from the foot of the building. The distance between foot of the building and foot of the tower is how much? 10 meters. Now draw the diagram for this data. Simply they are asking to draw the diagram for this data. Yes, this is our diagram to the given data. Next question, coming to 12th question, write the formula for total surface area of right cone and describe its terms. What is the total surface area of right circular cone? That is 2 pi r into r plus L. Children, what is the total surface area of right circular cone? If you want to get good marks, you need to draw the diagram as well as this is our radius, this is our height of the cone and this is our slant height of the cone. So what is r children? R is nothing but radius, L is nothing but slant height of the cone. Okay. So what is the total surface area of right circular cone? That is nothing but 2 pi r into r plus L, and also we explain the terms in it. Now coming to section 2, answer any 4 of the following question. Each question carries 4 marks. Here we don't have any restriction. Totally they will give 8 questions. We need to attempt only 4 questions. Okay children. So coming to 13th question, solve the pair of linear equations x minus y equal to 2. Second equation 2x plus y equal to 4. They did not mention either substitution method or elimination method. Then that is our wish, we can do it any method. Okay. Better let us go with elimination method. So minus y plus y gets cancelled. 1x plus 2x, 3x, 2 plus 4, 6. So x equal to 6 by 3, 3 1 ja, 3 2 ja. What is the value of x children? X value 2. Now substitute x equal to 2 in equation number 1, x minus y equal to 2. As the value of x is 2 minus y equal to 2. Plus 2 you transpose, 2 minus 2 equal to minus y you transpose plus y. So 2 minus 2 that is equal to 0. Therefore what is the value of y children? As the value of y is 0. Now coming to 14th question, check whether root 3 and minus root 3 are the zeros of the polynomial x square minus 3. Check whether root 3 and minus root 3. This topic is also one of the most important topic. Check whether 2 and 1 by 3 are the zeros of the polynomial. Yes, given roots are what? 1 is plus root 3. In place of x we need to substitute root 3. Root 3 whole square minus 3. Square root gets cancelled. 3 minus 3 that implies 0. So hence we say that root 3 is the 0 of the polynomial x square minus 3. The second one is p of minus root 3. So similar manner, x in the sense minus root 3 whole square minus 3. Children, if the power is even number, so if it is negative also, result will be positive only. Okay, minus whole square means plus only. Again square root gets cancelled, 3 minus 3 which implies 0. Hence, therefore root 3 and minus root 3 are zeros of the polynomial p of x, that is x square minus 3. Okay children, which is the easiest question? Now coming to 15th question. If nth term of arithmetic progressions, if nth term of arithmetic progressions 58, 56, 54 and 4, 11, 18 and so on are equal, then find the value of n. So this is little bit a confusion question. That's not a toughest question. Once again I am repeating the question. If nth term of APs, this is one AP and this is second AP, whose nth terms are equal, it seems. Whose nth terms are equal, then they are asking to find the value of n. Right? So first, here the value of A is 58 and what is the common difference here? Second term minus first term, 56 minus 58, that is equal to minus 2. Now coming to second AP, here the first term is 4 and the common difference is second term minus first term, 11 minus 4, 7. Now let us find the nth term of first AP and also let us find the nth term of second AP, and given according to the question whose nth terms are equal. Okay, I mean nth term of an AP formula what? An equal to A plus n minus 1 into D, right? According to the problem, whose nth terms are equal. Okay, what is the nth term of this AP? A is nothing but 58 plus n minus 1 into D is nothing but minus 2. Whose nth terms are equal. Equal means in between we need to put equal sign. And here A value 4 plus n minus 1 into D value 7. Okay children. Now 58 plus into minus minus n into 2 2n minus into minus plus 1 2 are 2. Children, n into minus 2 minus 2n minus into minus plus. Here 4 plus 7 into n 7n minus 7. 58 plus 2 60 minus 2n. Here 7n plus 4 minus 7, that implies minus 3. Okay, minus 3 you transpose 60 plus 3 minus 7n you transpose 7n plus 2n. 63 equal to 7n plus 2n, 9n, 9 1 jar, 9 7 jar. So what is the value of n, children? As the value of n is 7. Okay, this is little bit new topic for you once you focus on this also. Okay, now coming to 16th question. A equal to x such that x equal to n square minus 1, n belongs to n and n less than 6. Now coming to set B, x such that x equal to n square plus 1, n belongs to whole numbers and n less than 5. Okay, expressed in roster form. In which form? Roster form. And also find A intersection B. Roster form, we need to write elements in within the set, and also we need to separate the elements by using comma. Okay, if you read the condition carefully, x such that x equal to n square minus 1. X such that x equal to n square minus 1, where n belongs to natural numbers and n should be less than 6. So children, first if you take n less than 6 means we have to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Suppose if I take n value 1. Suppose if I take n value 1, 1 square, 1 minus 1, you will get 0. Next, if I take n value 2, 2 square means 4 minus 1, 3. If I take n value 3, 3 square minus 1, 8. If I take n4, 16 minus 1, 15. If I take n equal to 5, 5 square means 25 minus 1, 24. Because n must be less than 6. Up to 5 only we have to take. So A is 0, 3, 8, 15, 24. Now coming to set B, what is the condition here? X such that x equal to n square plus 1. Where n belongs to whole numbers. Where n belongs to whole numbers and n must be less than 5. Okay, suppose if I take n equal to 0. N equal to 0. 0 means 0 square plus 1. 1. If I take n equal to 2, n equal to 1, 1 square plus 1, 2. If I take n equal to 2, 2 square means 4 plus 1, 5. If I take n equal to 3, 9, 3 square means 9 plus 1, 10. If I take n equal to 4, 4 square plus 1, 16 plus 1, 17. If I take n less than 5 only, 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 4 up to 4 only. Right? Now what I have to do? Also I need to find A intersection B. I need to find A intersection B. Is there any common elements? Is there any common elements which is there in both set A and B? No common element. Hence A intersection B equal to what? Which is an empty set. I can write as 5. Okay. So that is our roster form. Now coming to 17th question. Write the formula for finding median of Bruford data. Explain each term in it. They are asking to find the median of a Bruford data. What is the formula of median? Median equal to L plus n by 2 minus CF by F into H. What is the formula to find the median of a Bruford data? Median equal to L plus n by 2 minus CF by F into H. What is L, children? L is nothing but lower boundary of the median class. What is n? N is nothing but number of observations. What is F? F is nothing but frequency. What is CF? CF is nothing but cumulative frequency of the class preceding the median class. H is nothing but class size. Children, what is L? L is nothing but lower boundary of the median class. What is N? Number of observations. What is F? Frequency of the median class. Right? And what is CF? Cumulative frequency of the class preceding the median class. And what is H? H is nothing but class size. Is it clear, children? So this is our 17th question. Now coming to 18th question. This is from applications of trigonometry. Pappu observed the top of a pole at an angle of elevation 30 degrees when the observation point is 8√3 meters away from the foot of the pole. Here is the Pappu. He is observing top of a pole at an angle of elevation 30 degrees, and when the observation point is 8√3 meters away from the foot of the pole. Now they are asking to find the height of the pole. They are asking to find the height of the pole. Children, once again let me repeat the question. Pappu observed the top of a pole at an angle of elevation 30 degrees when the observation point is 8√3 meters away from the foot of the pole. Then they are asking to find the height of the pole. This side will be opposite side and this side will be adjacent side, right? So I can use tan ratio. Tan theta is nothing but opposite side to the adjacent side. So here is angle, this side will be opposite side, this side will be adjacent side. So angle is 30 degrees, opposite side is height of the pole and adjacent side is 8√3. We know, children, tan 30 is 1 by √3 equal to h by 8√3. √3 gets cancelled, cross multiplication. So what is the height of the pole? Height of the pole is 8 meters. Which is very easiest question, right? Yes. Now coming to 19th question. They are asking to find the value of x find the value of x from the given two triangles, triangle PQR and triangle TSR. PQR, PSR. As these two triangles are similar triangles, if two triangles are similar, then their corresponding sides are in the same ratio. Corresponding sides are in the same ratio, right? Therefore, what is the corresponding side of PQ? Corresponding side of PQ is HT, and the corresponding side of QR is SR, right? So that is 24 by 14 equal to 22 by X. 2 7 ja, 2 12 ja, 2 6 ja, 2 11 ja. So 6 into X, 6x equal to 11 into 7, 77. So X equal to how much? 77 by 6. 6 1 ja 6, 1 7, 6 2 ja 12, 5, 6 8 ja 48. I mean X value how much? 12.8 centimeters, right? Now coming to 20th question. There are 5 yellow balls. There are 5 yellow balls, 3 blue balls, 2 white balls in a bag of same size. When Surya takes out a ball at random, what is the probability that he takes a blue ball? What is the probability that he takes a blue ball? Children, total number of outcomes are how many? 5 plus 3 8, 8 plus 2 10. What is our event? Getting blue ball. Totally we have how many blue balls here? We have 3 blue balls. Number of favorable outcomes are 3 and total number of outcomes are 10. So answer is P of E equal to 3 by 10. So children, you don't forget to write probability of an event P of E equal to number of favorable outcomes to the total number of outcomes. Formula is compulsory. If you write formula, you will get 1 mark. So answer is 3 by 10. Now coming to second question, probability of getting red ball. This is our blue ball. As blue balls are 3 and total number of outcomes are 10. Second one is what is the probability of getting a red ball? Do we have any red balls here? So which is an impossible event? What is the probability of an impossible event? As the probability of an impossible event is 0. So these are the 4 mark question, children. Total 8 questions they have given. We need to write only 4 questions. Now coming to section 3. Answer any 4 questions choosing 2 from each of the following 2 groups. Again here we have restriction. From group A we need to write 2 questions, as well as from group B we need to write 2 questions. Total together we need to write 4 questions, 4 8 32 marks, which is the heart and soul of our mathematics section. Right? So first question, use division algorithm to show that square of any positive integer is of the form 4m or 4m plus 1. Let me repeat the question. Use division algorithm to show that square of any positive integer. Square of any positive integer. Okay. Let A be any positive integer. Here what is the value of B? Here B equal to 4, children. Because which is in the form of BQ plus R. As the value of B is 4. Right? Here B value is 4. Now by using EDL, what is EDL, children? A equal to BQ plus R, where R must be lies between 0 and B. Where R must be lies between 0 and B. See? So 0 less than or equal to R less than, what is the value of B, children? As the value of B is 4. Right? So therefore B takes the R takes the values. Therefore R takes the values 0, 1, 2, 3. Less than 4 means 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now case 1, if R equal to 0, first remainder is 0. Then what is Euclidean lemma? A equal to BQ plus R. B means 4Q plus 0. What is 4Q plus 0, children? 4Q. But question, square of any positive integer. So what we have to do? Squaring on both sides. So A square equal to 4Q whole square. So A square equal to, as 4 square is 16Q square. So I can take 4 as common. 4 into 4. So I can consider 4q square as, I can consider 4 square as m. So we got first one is 4m. Now coming to second condition, if r equal to 1. If r equal to 1, what is Euclidean lemma? A equal to bq plus r value 1. So according to question, square of any positive integer. I mean squaring on both sides. A square equal to 4q plus 1 whole square. So a square equal to, now which is in the form of a plus b whole square. What is the formula of a plus b whole square? A square plus 2 into a into b plus b square. So a square equal to, as 4q square 16q square, 2 4 ja 8, q into 1 8q plus 1 square means 1. From these two terms, if I take 4 as common, 4 4 ja 16, 4 2 ja 8 plus 1. So a square equal to 4 into, I can consider as m plus 1. So a square equal to what? 4m plus 1. Therefore, you need to write square of any positive integer is of the form 4m or 4m plus 1. Children, is it clear? This is our 21st question. Now coming to 22nd question. Draw the graph of the polynomial x square minus x minus 6. Draw the graph of the polynomial x square minus x minus 6. First of all, let us find zeros of the polynomial x square minus x minus 6. Right? As constant is minus 6, factors of 6 are 3 and 2. I mean minus 3 plus 2. So x square minus 3x plus 2x minus 6. From these two terms, if I take x common, x minus 3. From these two terms, if I take 2 common, x minus 3. Again, if I take x minus 3 as common, I will get x plus 2. So 1 0 is x minus 3 equal to 0, and the second 0 is x plus 2 equal to 0. Minus 3 you transpose plus 3, plus 2 you transpose minus 2. As two zeros are 3 and minus 2. Okay, we need to consider given polynomial as y x square minus x minus 6. Okay children, so first let us take the values of x between 3 and minus 3. Let us take minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. So first term x square, second term minus x, third term constant. Okay, first we need to find x square. I mean in the place of x, minus 3 whole square 9, minus 2 whole square 4, minus 1 whole square 1, 0 square 0, 1 square 1, 2 square 4, 3 square 9. Next minus x, minus into minus plus, minus into minus plus, minus into minus plus, minus 0, 1, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. And this is our constant minus 6. Okay, now let us perform addition operation in between. 9 plus 3 6, 6 minus 6 0. This is our y value. 6 minus 6, 4 plus 2 6. Sorry, 9 plus 3 12, 12 minus 6 6 children. 6 minus 6 0, 2 minus 6 minus 4, minus 6, 1 minus 1 cancel, minus 6, 4 minus 2 2, 2 minus 6 minus 4, 9 minus 9 0. So as our coordinates are minus 3 comma 6, minus 2 comma 0, minus 1 comma minus 4, 0 comma minus 6, 1 comma minus 6, 2 comma minus 4, 3 comma 0. Right? As we got the coordinates, let us plot the points on the graph. This is our y-axis and this is our x-axis. Intersection of x-axis and y-axis is 0. On x-axis, let us take 1 unit equal to 1 centimeter equal to 1 unit, and y axis let us take 1 centimeter equal to 2 units. Okay, first one is minus 3 comma 6, minus 3 comma 6, second one minus 2 comma 0, third one minus 1 comma minus 4, 0 comma minus 6, 1 comma minus 6, 2 comma minus 4, 3 comma 0. Okay, let us plot this, let us join these points. This is our graph. Y equal to x square minus x minus 6, as this graph intersecting at 2 points, 2 distant points, minus 2 and 3. So zeros of the polynomial minus 2 comma 3, and as well as we need to write scale on x axis 1 centimeter equal to 1 unit, on y axis 1 centimeter equal to 2 units, right? So this is our one of the most important topic. Every year they are asking this type of questions. Okay, now coming to question number 23, find the coordinates of the points of trisection of the line segment joining points P of 2 comma 4 and Q of minus 7 comma 4. What is the question, children? Find the coordinates of the points of trisection. Trisection concept is the most important concept. Find the points of trisection. What do you mean by trisection, children? The points which divides given line segment into 3 equal parts. The points which divides given line segment into how many equal parts? 3 equal parts. Into the ratio, as P divides line segment AB into the ratio 1:2, and point Q divides line segment AB into the ratio 2:1. P divides given line segment AB into the ratio 1:2. We have two cases. Case 1, ratio is 1:2, as generally we called as M1:M2, and the given line segment points are x1, y1, x2, y2. And the second one is case 2, whose ratio is 2:1. Let us do. So what is the trisection formula, children? What is section formula? P of x comma y equal to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 by m1 plus m2 comma m1 y2 plus m2 y1 by m1 plus m2. This is our section formula. Okay, children. So we need to open the bracket, close the bracket, write the formula twice or thrice, because you will confuse m1 x2 plus m2 x1. Everything is x only here. m1 x2 plus m2 x1. In between comma m1 y2 plus m2 y1. Here m1 plus m2. This is m1 plus m2. So that is our section formula. Will you remember, children? Yes. So P of x comma y equal to, as our m1 is 1 and x2 is 4. Sorry, x2 is minus 7, m2 is 2 and x1 is 2 by m1 plus m2 1 plus 2, comma m1 y2, as m1 1, y2 is 4, m2 is 2, y1 is 4 by m1 plus m2, I mean 1 plus 2. So minus 7 plus 2 to the 4 by 3, 4 plus 2 4 the 6 by 3, minus 3 by 3, 10 by 3, 3 1 the this, it will not. So minus 1 comma 10 by 3. After substitution, simplification only. You can do it easily. Slowly you do it without doing mistake, you will get easily. Children, this is the most important topic, section formula. Okay. Now case 2 is what? What is our case 2, children? Ratio is what? Q divides line segment AB into the ratio 2:1. So this is our M1 and this is our M2. So same formula, q of x comma y equal to m1 x2. m1 means 2 into x2 minus 7 plus m2 x1. 1 into x1 value 2 by m1 plus m2. I mean 2 plus 1. m1 by 2, 2 into 4 plus m2 by 1. 1 into 4 by 2 plus 1. Minus 14 plus 2 by 3, comma 8 plus 4 by 3. Minus 12 by 3, comma plus 12 by 3. 3 1 ja, 3 4 ja, 3 1 ja, 3 4 ja. Minus 4, comma 4. Therefore, what are the trisectional points? The trisectional points are P of minus 1 comma 10 by 3 and Q of minus 4 comma 4. So children, this topic is one of the most important topic, that is our trisection points. Okay. Now coming to question number 24. Find the sum of first 31 terms of an arithmetic progression. Find the sum of first 31 terms of an arithmetic progression whose 11th term is 38. Whose 11th term is 38 and 16th term is 73. Once again I am repeating the question. Find the sum of first 31 terms of arithmetic progression. Sum of 31 terms of an arithmetic progression whose 11th term is 38 and 16th term is 73. 11th term means what, children? A plus 10d, that is equal to 38, equation number 1. 16th term means a plus 15d, which is equal to 73. This is equation number 2. Solve equation number 1 and equation number 2, children. A plus 15d equal to 73. A plus 10d equal to 38. Minus plus a gets cancelled. 15d minus 10d, that is 5d. 13 minus 8, 5. 6 minus 3, 3. So 5 1 ja, 5 7 ja. So what is the value of d, children? As the value of d is 7. Substitute d equal to 7 in equation number 1. As equation number 1, a plus 10d equal to 38. A plus 10 into d value 7 equal to 38. A plus 10 7 is 70 equal to 38. A equal to 38 minus 70. 38 minus 70, 10 minus 8, 2. 6 minus 3, 3. That is equal to minus 32. A value minus 32. Now actually they are asking to find the sum of 31 terms. What is sum of n terms formula? N by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Right? As n value is 31, so S31 equal to 31 by 2 into 2 into a value minus 32 plus n value 31 minus 1 into d value 7. So 31 by 2 into 232 is 64 plus 31 minus 1, 30 into 7, which is equal to 210. So 31 by 2 into 210 minus 64. 10 minus 4, 6. 10 minus 6, 4. That is equal to 146. 2 1 ja, 273 ja. So 31 into 73. 3 1 ja 3, 3 3 ja 9. 7 1 ja 7, 7 3 ja 21. Which implies 2 2 6 3. Okay, what is the sum of 31 terms of an AP? Which is equal to 2263. So this is our group A sums, children. Now coming to question number 25. Draw a circle of radius 4 cm. How to draw a circle, children? Draw a circle of radius 4 cm. So for example, this is our compass. By using compass, we need to draw a circle of radius. You need to take radius of 4 cm. Draw a circle of radius 4 cm by using compass. from a point 5 centimeter away from its center. From a point 5 centimeter away from its center. Okay, I mean from center to this point, which is how many centimeter? 5 centimeter. From a point 5 centimeter away from its center, construct a pair of tangents to the circle. What to do, children? OS center, take more than half as radius. We need to cut arcs above one arc, below one arc. As well as PS center, above one arc, below one arc. We need to draw perpendicular to the OP. Intersection of O and P we mark it as midpoint M. Now M as center, either PM or OM as radius. We need to construct another circle. M as center, either PM or MO as radius. We need to construct another circle. This circle intersects the previous circle at two different points A and B. Now join PA and PB. Okay, as well as join O to A as well as O to B. So PA and PB are the required tangent. Children, as I explained in our previous video, how to construct a pair of tangents to a given circle once you go through, because there I use instruments. So accuracy is important when we are doing constructions. Accuracy is important. Okay, not by hand, we need to use proper instruments. Okay, now coming to 26th question, even though you have to write steps of construction, children. There I explained each and everything neatly once you go through that video, children. Right? Coming to 26th question, find the mode of the following data. What they are asking to find? Mode. So what are the class intervals? 10 to 25, 25 to 40, 40 to 55, 55 to 70, 70 to 85, 85 to 100, frequency 2, 3, 8, 4, 7, 6. They are asking to find mode. Children, what is the formula to find the mode of the data? Mode equal to L plus F1 minus F0 by 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. What is the formula to find the mode of a group of data, children? L plus F1 minus F0 by 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. Right? So here highest frequency is called F1. F0 is the frequency of the class preceding the model class. F2 is the frequency of the class succeeding the model class. H is the difference between two successive class intervals. That implies 15. Right? So L value is highest frequency 8. That corresponding class interval is our model class. In that 40 is our lower limit. So 40 plus F1 is 8, F0 is 3, by 2 into F1 is 8, F0 3, F2 4 into 15. Okay, so 40 plus 8 minus 3 5, 8 to the 16 minus 7 into 15. That implies 40 plus 15 5 is 75 divided by 16 minus 7, 9. 9 8 is 72, 30, 9 3 is 27. 40 plus 8.3, that implies 48.3. So what is the mode of the data? 48.3. Now coming to 27th question. If sec A plus tan A equal to K. Seventh question, if sec A plus tan A equal to K, then prove that sin A equal to K square minus 1 by K square plus 1. So which is also one of the most important question, children. If sec A plus tan A equal to K, then show that sin A equal to K square minus 1 by K square plus 1. If sec A plus tan A equal to K, we call it as equation number 1. Then what about sec A minus tan A, children? that implies 1 by k, which is our equation number 2. How we got sec a minus tan a equal to 1 by k? Children, we have an identity sec square a minus tan square a equal to 1. Now which is in the form of a square minus b square. I can write as a plus b into a minus b. We know sec a plus tan a value given k into sec a minus tan a equal to 1. As k is multiplying transpose, sec a minus tan a equal to what? 1 by k. Okay. So children, no need of doing this everything. If we know, directly we can write sec a minus tan a equal to 1 by k. Right? Now add equation number 1 and equation number 2. Minus tan a plus tan a cancel. 2 sec a equal to k plus 1 by k. Here nothing in the sense 1 k LCM k into k square plus 1 into 1 1. 2 is multiplying transpose, so sec a equal to k square plus 1 by 2k, that is equation number 3. Now subtract equation number 1 and equation number 2. Equation number 1 is sec a plus tan a equal to k. Second equation is sec a minus tan a equal to 1 by k. Children, we are subtracting here, so that signs it will change. Therefore, plus sec a minus sec a cancel. Tan a plus tan a, 2 tan a equal to k minus 1 by k. Here nothing means 1. So 2 tan a equal to LCM is k into k square minus 1 into 1 1. Here 2 is multiplying transpose, tan a equal to k square minus 1 by 2k. This is equation number 4. Now divide equation number 4 by equation number 3. 4 divided by 3. Equation number 4, left hand side is tan a. Here left hand side is sec a equal to, here right hand side is k square minus 1 by 2k. Here right hand side is k square plus 1 by 2k. 2k cancel. How can I write as tan a? I can write as sin a by cos a. How can I write as sec a? I can write as 1 by cos a equal to k square minus 1 by k square plus 1. Cos cancel. So what is sin a, children? Sin a is k square minus 1 by k square plus 1. Children, this question is the most important question. First we need to add, then we need to subtract. You will get 2 equations. Then we need to divide equation number 4 by equation number 3. Then you will get the value of sin a. Be careful, children. Practice twice or thrice. And coming to last question. A storage tank consists of right circular cylinder with a hemisphere stuck on either end. A storage consists of, this is our storage tank. A right circular cylinder with a hemisphere stuck on either end. Hemisphere stuck on either end. If the external diameter of the cylinder be, external diameter of cylinder be 2.1 meter. So 2.1 I can write as 21 by 10. But we need to find radius. Radius is nothing but half of the diameter. 21 by 10 divided by 2, it will become 21 by 20. And its length is 12 meters. Its length is 12 meters. Then find the total surface area of the tank. What they are asking? They are asking to find the total surface area of tank. As tank is a combination of 3 solids: cylinder, hemisphere. I mean CSA of cylinder plus 2 into CSA of hemisphere. What is the CSA of cylinder? 2 pi RH. 2 into, what is the CSA of hemisphere, that is 2 pi r square. So 2 into pi value 22 by 7 and radius is 21 by 10, height is 12, 2 to the 4 into 22 by 7, radius is 21 by 10 into 21 by 10. So 7 1 jar, 7 3 jar, 2 5 jar, 2 1 jar. 22 into 13 2 jar 36 by 5 plus 7 1 jar, 7 3 jar, 2 2 jar, 2 5 jar, 2 1 jar, 2 5 jar, 22 3 jar, 66 by 25. Right? So what is 36 into 22 children? 2 6 are 12, 2 3 is 6 plus 1 7. 792. 792 by 5 plus 66 by 25. As the LCM 25 into 5 into 5 into 1 into 1. 5 2 are 10, 5 9 are 45 plus 1 46. 5 7 are 35 plus 4 39 plus 66. 6 12 4026 divided by 25. So 25 1 are 25, 25 6 are 150, 25 1 are 25, 10, 25 4 jar. That implies 161.04 square meters because it is in meters. Okay children, as the solid is a combination of cylinder and two hemisphere. So total surface area of storage tank equal to CSA of cylinder plus 2 into CSA of hemisphere. Okay children, by this we completed whole paper, I mean all 28 sums. So children, this paper if you do easily you will get 60 marks, paper 1 and paper 2. So I hope very clear to you. After watching the video, even you also try to do it, then only you will get. So children, don't forget to hit subscribe button, like it and share it with your friends. Thank you children.